Alright, so I decided I have an idea. And you guys are going to tag along with me on this one, alright? It's a pretty good idea. So what I'm going to do is on this unit, what I will do is I will take my grinder, my cutoff wheel, I'm going to nip this right here, right? There's a nipper straight off, right? And I'll take these pieces, I'll take them to my bench grinder, I'll bevel the edges, and then I will spin this a whole 180 degrees so it's facing this way, and then just kind of glue all that back together using metal glue. Just, it'll be fine. This is fine, everything's fine. So, let's get into it, huh? Get my brush back on. You know, safety third and all that stuff. Grind shield. All right. Right. So the plan is, like I said, go from facing this direction to facing this direction. Should be fine, right? Yeah, this is fine. Can't bevel this one, huh? Alright, so like I said, I beveled my pieces. They're not very great bevels. But this was sitting like this. So what my plan is, since I cut it, I will spin it around like such and then glue it all back together. So I'm sure there's a bunch of processes I should be doing and steps and jigs and, you know, 90-degree magnets and stuff I can use to glue all this back together, but alright, so like I said, we're going to go ahead kind of eyeball this together here. I'm going to give it a couple little tacks to hold it in place where I want it, and then we'll pop it out, put it back in the vise, and then we'll go about trying to glue it together. So I do have one of these little magnets. It's not the prettiest, but it should work. Alright, so what I will do is I will get this laid up in here, like so. Alright. Then I will attempt to glue these together. If stuff is willing to function and work with me and not against me. Probably not. That makes sense. Alright, so I got it pretty close. I'm going to have this on kind of like a medium setting. And see if I can't try to tack this together. Hopefully without messing my magnet up too much, huh? Alright, watch your eyes. Let's see if we can't get on this one. Alright. So I believe it's not going anywhere. Pop this off. Throw this back in the vise. Let's see what we got. Alright, so with this flux core, it kind of builds up slag over the weld. And the purpose of it is kind of protect it, shield it, so that way it gets rid of, it protects it from the impurities and all the debris, and it keeps it a clean weld. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buff this up with the wire wheel real quick. Alright, I'm going to do a little more burning on this, kind of make it look somewhat presentable. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Maybe. Come on now. There we go. Get up and up and oh yeah, I ain't going nowhere. There be. Thing's brand used. That thing is factory. So, we'll buff that up real quick, make this look all pretty and stuff, take care of all the slag, grind the welds a little bit, because you know a grinder makes what a welder ain't or something. I don't remember. I don't know. But, see how it looks, huh? Alright. I mean, it may not be carbon copies of each other, but I mean, shoot. It's pretty close. Not looking for perfection, it's all about functionality, alright? Just remember that. So now what I should probably do here is I need to get this prepped, to get some holes drilled into it so I can get this glued in here and then get that hinge bolted on and see what we got from there, huh? Maybe. Alright, take my hood off. Okay, well that's still kind of spicy, so I'm not going to use that as a template. I'm going to use this one as a template, and it should be pretty dang close to what I want done. So we shall see, huh? And it is slotted, so we got a little bit of room to play, but we'll just kind of get an idea of roughly what's center. That doesn't look half bad. That doesn't look half bad. Alright, we'll grab the drill and some drill bits. We'll drill that out real quick, see how that turns out. Probably not going to turn out very well, but that's the price you pay when you decide to do a freaking hack job. But nah, we're professionals, right? We know what we're doing. It's not our first day. Grab me a small bit. Yes, sir. We'll go ahead and give us a little dollop of daisy right here, you know what I'm saying? Just a little guy. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. How well can you guys see this, huh? Probably not very well, but you get the point. You get the point. Holy smokes, this drill bit is dull. What? No way. Alright, let's try a different one. Maybe one that's not so dull. How about you? Yeah, you look good. I mean, I do have intention. I mean, I got to go to a bigger hole anyway, so I'll start with a small hole, get a pilot hole drilled. Then I'll probably jump up to either a 1/4 inch or maybe a 5/16 bit, and then just punch through it. That way I got good sized fasteners trying to hold this together. Oh yeah. That's cutting like butter through hot knife. Butter through hot knife or a hot knife through butter? I'll let you decide. Yeah, there's one. I'm pretty sure this drill bit is bent. Definitely hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure this drill bit's bent. So I can't have anything nice. It'd be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Have that on big jobs. Okay, well, we're not using my 5/16 because I realized it is broken. Wow. No way. You know what? I have another drill bit set. I want these to be 5/16 holes. So I don't want these to be 1/4. I want them to be 5/16. So I will bust that out and see what else. How well can you guys see this? You seeing this? Let me just give you a quick little... So right there I got some pilot holes drilled. I'm going to take this, going to finish drilling it out. So I got a bunch of cheap drill bits, drill indexes and things along that nature, but I want to get a legitimate good drill index. And of course, the moment I do, I'll do something stupid and I'll break bits or I'll burn them up or something. I don't know. Reason why I can't have anything nice. Alright, and then we'll kind of give ourselves another little dollop of daisy here. Yes, sir. My older crowd, they're definitely going to know what that means. Oh, easy killer. Hey. I'm just gonna kind of, there we go. Just a little square, a little strip. Oh boy. Something like that, eh? Yeah, eh? Something like that. Shove that back in there. Perfect. All right. Now we got a little thing going on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it. How nice is that? All right, so go ahead and put her gloves back on to handle this bad bitty, because I'm sure she's still probably spicy. Yeah, she's still a little spicy. Not bad though. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, it's certainly not the prettiest, but gosh, that's certainly not the worst I've ever done either. Oh yeah, dude, I'm telling you, once this is all glued back together, gosh, this will be like a brand new unit. I'm excited about this. I don't know about you guys. I think I need to straighten that out a little bit, actually, now I'm looking at it. I'll give her a couple love taps. See what she's got going on. Alright, so I took this little plate to the bench grinder. It's on the back side, there's a bunch of burrs and stuff on it, and I figured I might as well buff those off real quick. You know, in the event I'm trying to get my fingers in here to get nuts on the back side of these screws and the burr catches my finger, cuts my finger open, I'm not about that. So, all right, man, let's see if we can't straighten this old girl out a little bit. So if we put her like this, huh? Okay, yeah? And we do something like that. Good. Now I'm going to grab Big Bertha. Let me just get you spun around so you can kind of see what I got going on. Grab my big hammer. And what my plan is, I'm going to give this side right here a couple taps, because it's kind of hard to tell. I'll just go ahead and bring you in here so you can see what I got going on. So as you can tell, how it's oriented in that bench vise, I mean, that's going to be a straight. That's a straight line. But as you can see, it's kind of crooked. You know, it's kind of, instead of being in here nice and straight, it's kind of cantered off a little bit, this piece. So I'm going to give this a couple love taps and try to bring her back, you know, straighten her out a little bit so she doesn't look so cantered. Hey, there we go. All right, let's give her a couple love taps. See if we can't straighten her out a little bit, huh? There we go. That doesn't look too shabby, huh? No, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. Get that in there, get that, oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, this is going to be fine. As a matter of fact, what I ought to do is this back one here, I might pop that off and see about welding this back together or putting a plate on it, try to stiffen that up, because that hinge is getting ready to go any minute. But we're not worried about that one. Let's get this one done, huh? Okay, so interesting. Okay. This is looking pretty good. We'll go ahead and pull that. Of course, this isn't big enough to do what I want. I know. Alright, well, we're just going to have to freehand the snot out of that. Hope for the best. Hopefully, maybe find a nice little... Kind of buff that up a little bit, huh? Turn our machine back on. Then I'll grab my hood. We'll see about burning some wire. If I can there we go. So I believe I want to put it somewhere about right there. Following me, camera guy? It's about to get serious. Now I'm just going to put me a little love tack, alright? There's a little guy, right? Nope. Nope. I'm not grounded. I ain't grounded. Maybe I could put the ground right here on this strap, huh? Maybe? I'm just trying to prop this thing up a little bit. They're using the hinges, huh? Yeah, maybe? Yeah, something like that. That didn't look too shabby. Let's see if we're grounded. Whoop! We got power. Attack. All right. Pull these out of here. Just look at that. Just look at that. All right. Can we zoom in a little bit? Maybe focus a little more on what I'm working on. All right. So like I said earlier, 70% of a good weld is preparation. And then 30% is actually welding it together. So let's get this prepped up, because like I said, this flux core doesn't like to weld through flux core. It will, some wires are designed to burn over existing slag and existing flux core. I don't believe mine is, and if it is rated for it, well, it's not doing a very good job of it. So I'll clean these up, make sure they're nice and clean, and then we'll just go through and burn these on. Alright. Kind of burn these on there, buddy. Alright, well that didn't do too bad. That didn't do too bad at all. Alright, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Huh? I can live with that. That doesn't look bad. Let's get this stuff out of here. So, let's kind of take a peek at this, right? So, as you can see on that left one right there, I was welding it and realized I was going to burn into that hole, so I could have kind of swooped over and got more into the material and brought her back and around and down. I figured I'd just stop her there. I mean, I'm not... What this is for, I don't think it needs to be completely welded solid. Now, this one over here, I was able to take it clear down and around. I probably could have had more heat on it. I probably should have turned my machine up a little bit so it was pushing a little more heat. But I mean, all in all, that's not a horrible looking weld. Shoot, I'll take that. All right. Now, man, you know what I should have done if I was thinking? Should have went ahead and spot welded some nuts on the back side of this plate, so that way I could just took some bolts and just threaded them on there. If only I was thinking, but I wasn't. Nah. me go find a couple bolts real quick. I'm hoping these bolts will work out. Let me grab a wrench real quick. Well, Joel, that wasn't very freaking smart, now was it? I was gonna get the wrench out of there. Of course, this thing wants to freaking fight me. There we go. All right. Like I said, I shouldn't get these super tight because I don't know, there's adjustability in this hinge, and I want to make sure I can adjust this hinge once I get it put back on the tractor itself. Maybe this thing wasn't going to be a silly goose. Alright. Regardless, these are kind of started. So, let's get it slapped back on the tractor and make our adjustments. See how bad we messed this up. Grab another wrench. Alrighty. Surely that's got to be better than what it was, right? Okay, so it does the thing, but from now that I'm looking at it, I think this hood does one of these numbers where it just... So it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can really see it, but it starts over here and just kind of comes down, dips down, and then comes back up. So when it does that, it's starting to bind up here in that front corner. Right there. Binds up right there. So I might be able to get a couple pieces of wood, put on each end, maybe get a couple pieces of wood, put a block of wood on the ground here on each end, and then I might stand in the middle of this, see if I can't kind of like push it out a little bit so it doesn't do the thing, you know what I'm saying? The hood's on, right? So I can't say it's perfect, but it does the job, right? So like I said, we went ahead, we put that plate on there, we put the hinge on there. It does the thing, but it still binds up. So don't know if you can kind of see it as it comes down. It pops up, so let me kind of get you down in here so you can kind of, you see how it's catching that lip right there, and then as it comes up, yeah, like I said, you can really kind of see that hood swoop down right there, you know what I'm saying? Meh, it's got a hinge on it now. Lock her up, make sure she don't go no. Oh. This ain't gonna latch properly? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, so it did the thing. Yeah, this. Alright, you gotta bear with me. This. She's a classic, alright? She's gonna have quirks and problems and little doodads and doodads that just. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, pretty cool though. It works. I'm happy with it. Glad you guys are able to tag along with this one. Like I said, feel like it's kind of content where I'm just kind of doing my thing and just kind of tinkering on projects. Like I said, I'm not a professional by any means. Like, I don't know what all disclaimers YouTube has that I have to say or have to do. I'm just saying, like, grew up as a farm kid, still kind of help my family farm a little bit. My love for tractors runs deep. Anything with an engine, anything that goes fast, anything, I'm about it. Which, by the way, this little guy right here, I know, just ignore the mess. That's a bunch of GM parts. Don't worry about that. That's another project. But this tractor right here, yes, it is a garden tractor. It is a lawnmower, whatever you wish to call it. But this is what started it all. This was the first lawnmower garden tractor that I ever got. And it started my love for garden tractors. As a matter of fact, I actually rebuilt that engine. I actually sent the block out and the crank out. I had the crank turn 10 under and I had the block turn 10 over. So it's had some work done to it. Like, I wanted this to be nice. I had intentions on making this thing mint. But life got in the way, you know. Didn't have near as much time to work on stuff. Didn't have the money to work on stuff. So I would love to get back on this thing. This thing is just an absolute tank. I loved it. Like, it was my bush hog before I had a bush hog. Like, this thing, everything on it's made out of, it's got a fab steel deck. It's not a stamped deck. You know, it's cast iron. It's got the heavy frame on it. Like, this thing is indestructible. I loved it. I just, like I said, I think I had carburetor issues, and I bought a Chinesium carburetor, and it just... But that's for another video, all right? We'll get into that. We'll get into it. If you guys keep following this, like, we'll get into that. This will be a good time. You'll love it. All right. So, hey, I don't know how to do outros, so, like, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. So weird saying that. I'm usually the one doing the liking and the commenting and the subscribing. Now it's your turn. You get to do it. You get to do it for me. It's a favor, like karma and stuff. You do good things happen, all that good stuff. So, all right, dude. Catch you guys later. I don't know how to do outro.